Hello and welcome to lead card coverage from the third round of the 2017 Vibram Open at the beautiful Maple Hill Disc Golf Course. BigSexy commentary back again for the third day. It's myself, Nate Sexton, and Jeremy Koling.
Yeah, excited to bring you guys the third round coverage. This is going to be really exciting. Gregg Barsby is playing some of the best golf he's ever played. We have newcomer Nikko Locastro keeping it right up there, second place right now, tied with James Conrad, another one of the hottest players on tour. And Nikko Locastro, obviously a seasoned veteran, a former winner of this event. Yeah. We're going to see some great shots today.
Yeah, hole one, we've seen it already a couple times. 835-foot par 4, playing as one of the most difficult on the course. New length and pin position, really, really tough to get yourself to a position where you feel like it's worth the risk to attack the green.
And thank God, finally, the wind has calmed down. Round 3, we finally have some really good scoring conditions. So we're going to see some big drives on this hole.
Yeah, you can finally go to the flippier disc like Gregg is here that you wanted to throw the whole time, but you're too scared in the wind because if you go way right here, big problems. This drive is so good. I mean, that roll wasn't great, but I don't think that's going to kill him. That is a crush.
Yeah, the roll definitely put him in a harder spot to get up and down. You want to be on that road ideally, but still a great tee shot.
He's going to be going for the green from there for sure. I mean, he got way up there and right on the road where you want to be. Here is James, big destroyer. See if he can get it flipped over, and he can.
Yeah, as long as that's got enough stability to flatten out, which it does. He's cleared the road. He's going to be off to the right side. It's going to be a tricky shot to attack the green from there. But, I mean, he's so hot with those JK AVR turnovers. So, it just really depends on what kind of lot you have.
Yep.
With all those Christmas trees down there, you can find yourself in some really weird spots.
Here's Nicholas. Oh, this looks a little heavy on the turn. This could be trouble. It's moderate trouble.
It's trouble for the birdie, but I think as long as you're not in the woods on the right and you're not in the water, you should be in pretty good par territory. It's not that hard to get up to that mouth, and then from there it's just a jump putt up to the green.
Yep. Nico's looking to go huge. Oh, boy.
Oh, 360.
Let's not see that coming.
Yeah, he's one of the few players on tour that can implement that and do it with relative amount of accuracy. I mean, him and obviously Simon does it quite a bit.
Yep.
I don't know. Some other players do it.
Somebody's doing it. Somebody's out there doing it.
Absolutely.
So he went a little left there. He didn't get the turnover he was looking for. Nicholas playing smart, looking to line up with the mouth of the gap, and he's done that.
Yep, ideal.
Should be a pretty easy upshot to secure his par. Here's James with the JK, like Jerm called. Let's see how aggressive he's going to be.
And it looks like he's being pretty safe. That's a good shot. He's going to be just outside circle 2. But, to have an outside look at this, that's a big bonus.
Nikko from pretty far left. In the holiday spirit. And he lays it up.
Oh, jeez. We're gonna hear it for that.
And here's Gregg. This drive.
Smashed.
So far.
And
can he get around it?
He's got around, and that...
That is fantastic.
Beautiful.
Rewarded for that huge drive, and he throws a nice second shot.
Nikko just making sure it's his turn to throw, and it is, and one of the best in the biz at that distance, I feel like.
I agree.
Give nod to Nate Doss and Avery Jenkins, who are really, really quality at that little putter approach shot as well.
Absolutely.
And here's James from about 68 feet or so.
Yeah, maybe even a little more. It's a long look. I don't know how aggressive he can be. Well,
that's that aggressive. Exactly that amount.
Exactly the perfect amount. That is a very ballsy putt. You got to go.
Wow.
There's OB right behind the basket.
Yes.
Super nice shot from James.
And look at the slow-mo with the hair bouncing. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great start there for James.
That is a huge putt. Awesome momentum. Kudos to him for committing to that shot and getting it in there.
And Gregg with a less exciting birdie, but
yeah,
pretty awesome birdie nonetheless.
The excitement was off the tee for Gregg.
Yeah, and they accounted for 33% of the birdies. There's only 6 for the day.
Wow.
And 2 on this card. I was surprised. I thought there would be more birdies because people could go a lot longer on the tee. That's been the difficulty of the hole.
Yeah.
But 2 birdies on the lead card starting things off right.
I think you just thought that because you birdie, man. One of these days you're going to have to realize you're one of the best, man. You're one of the best. Hole 2, par 3, straight away, 350. It's finishing uphill. You got the OB rock wall all along the right. You got the bad tree, little island on the left. We're going to see these guys go with kind of overstable drivers on a slight ante. And I really want to see this shot work out. Gregg has been throwing this forehand. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah, for a player who's got the range of skill, forehand, backhand combo, you'd think that he would pull the best shot out for each hole. The best shot for this one is definitely the backhand straight, slight turnover.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I mean, I know he's parked it in practice. He wouldn't be doing it otherwise. So I'm looking forward to seeing that shot executed by Gregg.
And that's what you kind of draw up on this hole. Maybe a bit too much turn, but he's still in putting range.
He's a 40-footer there, yeah. I mean, he got up there right near the circle, a little bit unfortunate on the rocks. Mm-hmm. We've seen a couple very straight and smooth backhands from Nicholas so far this week. See if he can produce another one.
Here's an interesting statistic for this hole.
Oh, this needs to flex just a bit, and it's perfect if it does.
Oh, just catches that tree. He's inside the circle, though.
Nice
shot from Nicholas. This hole actually this is the most difficult round with no wind on this hole. Less birdies and averaged more over par than any other round.
Interesting.
Which I don't really understand. But we saw this work from Nikko yesterday, and that's kind of the dice that you roll with throwing that shot.
That's fine, though. I mean, I think Nikko's got pretty good odds to connect from there. Gregg with a little low escape shot, puts himself about 20 feet.
Yeah, 20, 25 maybe.
Maybe 25.
A little bit of meat left on the bone.
Can James go back to back?
Oh my gosh.
He came to play.
Yeah, he did. You're seeing prime example of why he's right here every weekend right now. I mean, we're playing this wood stretch, the northeast.
Yep.
And I don't expect to see James go anywhere. I mean, he's striping lines and making putts from outside the circle, just like you've seen in the first 2 holes.
If you make putts like that with any kind of regularity, you can make a whole lot of mistakes and still be playing great golf.
And a great putt there from the Jacksonville, Florida native.
Yeah, well done.
Good connection.
Gregg taking his time to focus up on this crucial par putt, and he hits it.
Well done.
Do you think Rick made Nicholas use a cart? Or do you think that was something he could?
He wore the Ricky Wysocki shirt playing with Ricky yesterday, so I don't know what's going on there, but
could be in the contract.
Seems to be working out pretty well for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. 2 birdies, 2 pars from the group there. And we are on to the very difficult hole 3, 410 feet through the woods. You've got to throw a backhand that's going to slightly drift to the right, missing this big tree with all the missing bark here on the right side of our screen, and then to flex back at the end, but it is uphill and it is a long way.
Yeah, this has been the 5th hardest hole for the week, and it's shown why. I mean, you just see it went from being a power shot with the power anhyzer with the overstable disc. Now it's like a flex flip-up shot. It's a much different dynamic, just bringing it back that extra 30, 40 feet.
Yes.
And it's producing about 10% of the entire field are getting a birdie on this per round.
Wow.
So not many birdies to be had.
No. This is a disaster kick. We'll see where that ends up. I mean, he's lucky to at least not hit that square. If he hits that tree square, he's actually out of bounds.
Right. We're teeing off from OB into, we have to cross that wall where you see that rope.
Gregg needs this to drift right.
It's getting kind of lucky.
Yeah, that's okay. That's circle 2.
Yeah, there aren't many holes in the course that I just don't even attack, but this is one of them. It's not my power shot, and there's so many trees and so many bad places to be.
Yes.
That kind of take my medicine on this one, and that's Nikko threaded that line, and he's still well short.
I've been trying to attack it. I haven't been punished yet. I got one. My best effort so far is about a 45-footer.
Yeah, I still haven't seen a birdie yet on it.
Ricky got it yesterday in my group. James going to go with a little hyzer shot. He takes the inside line. It's a little bit hot, but
good tree.
Good tree there to keep him a little closer. Not that he probably needs it after what he's shown us so far. This is Nikko from quite a distance. Not quite the height he was looking for. But it'll be an easy 3.
And Gregg looks like he's lining up an attacking bit at this. And he is.
Oh, no.
And that's the problem.
Well, he stays inside the circle. He's going to have an opportunity to make a save here.
Yeah, but that is... You're going to see this putt.
Oh, he doesn't do it.
And he's high. I feel like 90% of the time you see somebody roll away or go long or have a long comeback or they come back low, just nervous for that second putt.
Yeah.
He gave it a good quality bid. And
top link for James. This hole is
wow,
out for blood today.
And he was below the cage or below the top, and he hit high. Interesting because on the first 2 putts he made from outside the circle, they both hit upper target, and they stayed in. That time...
I think that was just too high. Very top link. Really no play there to catch any of the momentum of the disc.
Yeah. He just played with fire one too many times, and he got burned that time.
So a bogey from our leader, Gregg. Nikko probably feeling a little better about his par after seeing what just happened.
Yeah. A little step backwards there for James, or Jame as I call him sometimes.
2 bogeys, 2 pars. Hole 4 is a 250-foot par 3, dead straight. You can see the water out of bounds right behind the basket. It's so downhill that if you get a little air under the disc, water is absolutely in play. We've seen a few shots already saved by the Keen wall.
Yeah, the way this hole is captured right here makes me feel like it's one of those scary movies when it's zooming into the bad guy. But this hole it's 250 feet, but it plays more like 180.
Yep.
You have to throw such delicate touch on this hole, otherwise you're going to find yourself flirting with that Keen wall.
That was a good tree.
And Nicholas is about 28 feet or so.
Nikko's got a putter in his hand. And he is going straight up the middle, but he catches a tree. That's going to be a doable upshot, but not a easy upshot.
No, there's going to be a lot of trees in the way, so might be able to jump putt. Not that he jump putts much, but
there it is from James. Wow, the thing just keeps
filter.
Sneaking. But he's in the circle.
Mm-hmm. He's actually putting uphill, so those high putts that he's been releasing might be hitting dead center here.
And here is Gregg with the putter.
Oh, gosh, just that one thing that's in the way over there.
That is a long way to run a downhill putt. Let's see what he's got. Nikko looking to make this just slide gently to the pin. Not quite fortunate enough to have that happen. He's going to have a straddle from 33.
And Gregg's going to be dealing with that little myrtle right in his way. He's doing the aggressive putt. And, man, that's a bad bounce there. He's going to have a long putt for par.
Yeah, for the second hole in a row.
And Nikko can't connect on his par putt, and showing the frustration that I'm sure anyone would feel in that situation.
Nicholas staying strong here. Hits
yeah.
another birdie.
That's a big opportunity. With Gregg just taking a bogey in the hole before.
Yeah.
And looking at a long putt for par in this hole, he's making some moves here.
Definitely. And this might be a little bit obstructed as well.
And great connection there from Gregg.
Yeah, way to go. Retain the lead. Here is James lining up a birdie look.
And there it is, dead center that time.
Nicely done.
And that little putt from Gregg there, those little extra longer than you'd like distance putts for par can be a bit stressful add up a little bit. He needs something to kind of clear his mentality right now to kind of get him back on track, because after the bogey in the hole before.
lifetime warranty and 1% back to the planet. Tempercraft USA. Temper your thirst.
Hole 5, 285-foot par 3, pretty treacherous. Most players going over the water, trying to bring the disc back right over the wall and find the green.
Yeah, it's kind of funny they're showing this back doorway because the play ideally is the forehand hyzer over the water. But you do see a lot of players play this way to avoid losing a disc. And
yeah, and also you got to keep in mind, I don't think Jomez was able to bring their boat down here to film the other
right.
Film the other line.
Right. The Jomez boat was left in San Angelo, Texas. Oh,
nice
almost
shot.
An ace there from Nicholas Masters. Great height. Nice trust right there. He's going to be parked for the birdie.
Yeah.
He's putting together a solid start.
Yeah, he is. That looked to be just a few feet from hitting metal.
This is pretty tight here from James. He's going to have to fight through some things, and he has. And he's
nice reaction off the trees. He's going to be pretty close to the basket.
Yeah, I'd say less than 20 feet.
I believe Gregg has a Firebird in his hand here. Big hyzer forehand up and over the water. Just needs to stay high enough.
Oh! Yeah!
Gregg dead in the center of the heart of the chains. He hits an ace.
Oh, he did get up and down.
Incredible.
Wow. That's the way you erase the negative emotion from the holes before there. Great shot from Gregg. Of course, we're going to see a FollowFlight here.
Oh, my gosh.
Perfectly done, and it's just perfect.
I was on hole 9 when this happened.
Yeah.
And we heard the big cheer.
Yeah.
I just know Gregg's got a flair for the dramatic. Within 5 seconds of hearing the cheer, I said, Gregg Barsby, hole 5, ace.
That's awesome.
Turned out I was right.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Nico, smooth turnover, just needs some height.
He's going to have to follow that up, and he has turned it over too soon. He kicks the early tree, stays OB.
Here's the drop zone. Not an enviable spot to be.
No, but he's
done it very well.
Yeah.
James looking for birdie, trying to lose just one stroke to Gregg. And he does that.
That's... How do you feel about that? I mean,
all you can do is give a high five, maybe a hug, and go to the next. Nicholas with a great shot there. Really almost 2 aces on the hole.
Yeah, that was so close. I mean, Nicholas did the perfect height, and Gregg said, all right, I'll
that looks like a good line.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
I love seeing that teal number on the score right there.
Yeah, that is awesome. Another ace. Congratulations to Gregg. Sports Center again.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
Number 10 on the top 10. Congrats to him.
Hole 6, one of the hardest on the course. 375-foot par 3 down the tunnel. It's slightly downhill. You got OB on the right and the left. Let's see how these guys try to navigate it. I'm expecting a couple backhand mid-ranges and maybe some flippy or forehand drivers.
Yeah, Barsby's definitely going to go forehand here. And I believe he's throwing...
I think it's a Star Firebird.
This?
I believe it is.
I'm going to challenge you on that one. I think he's throwing Scorpius.
Well, I did read the Ultiworld article, and I did read pre-flight number Star Firebird earlier, but...
On hole 6?
I think I read it.
I think maybe that was... Okay,
We'll have to check the tape.
Check the tape there. I'm gonna stick with Scorpius there. He's been throwing...
Yeah.
He threw that quite a bit at the European Open, and he was doing really well with it.
Nice shot there. We're going to need some research from the commenters, I think, on that.
Either way, we've seen 2 fantastic top-notch shots here on hole 6 so far.
Yes, absolutely. And I've seen James throw this really nicely this week as well. And he's done that again. Perfectly down the tunnel, and a nice little kick, I think.
Yeah, positive tree direction there. Now he's right next to Nicholas, and he's going to have an outside look at a jump putt, but more likely just going to be a layup from there. But
yeah,
an easy 3 on this hole is a huge bonus, I feel like.
Oh, Nico tries the forehand flex, and he's hit an early tree. Fortunate not to kick too far, though. He still has an opportunity with a fantastic shot here to save. And look at this. Fantastic shot.
Oh, wow.
That's an understatement from there. He's just put it parked.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, if James hits metal here...
Yeah, it just proves he's Superman in the putting green. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's the same thing almost.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Yep, that's close.
Superman he is. Oh, Nicholas hung up, but I think he should be okay.
This is a hole that was actually... wait here for Gregg to make this putt. Look at this. He backs up the ace with a 2 on 6.
Gregg is, I think
Wow.
we've alluded to this in the commentary, but 5, 6, and 7, Gregg is murdering those holes.
5, 6, 7, and 8. I mean, he's also producing birdies on 8 as well. I mean, this is where he has developed his lead for this tournament.
Yes.
This little stretch right here, he has not been taking bogeys. He's been just
taking birdies
and just running away. And
Nikko with a fabulous save.
And just to tell, if you haven't ever played hole 6 at Maple Hill Gold before, I mean, 4% of the field all weekend has birdied this hole.
Yeah.
There's been a total, actually, surprisingly enough, there was 9 twos round 1, but there's only been 17 total through 3 rounds of 144 player field. So that just tells you right there how rare a 2 on that hole actually is.
Absolutely. Hole 7 is a par 3. A little bit longer playing than 6, even though they measure out about the same, just because this one is uphill. Ton of trees. The birdie is really rare. You just need to get the disc up flat and moving straight. Gregg's going to go with a forehand. If he can kind of late flip it, there's a chance he could find himself a long putt.
Yeah, there's actually been less 2s on this hole than on the previous hole.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's just so demanding. Gregg is going to be in a really tough spot after that kick early right. Nicholas takes a left kick. That's better than kicking right, but it's not good. And James just piping shots.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
He's right on the road, easy up and down.
I think the one thing that Maple Hill does better than most any other course we play is it really does reward par in a way that's similar to golf. I feel like a lot of times course designers want to have their course be just like golf, and they don't really respect the differences between the disc golf and golf. And Maple Hill really bridges that gap between par being a good score. Ooh, tough kick there from Gregg. Ouch. And it's just interesting to see that par actually is a good feeling score on this course, because you don't really have that too often. Yeah,
there are definitely a few holes. I would say 3, 6, 7, and 9 come to mind that are just a hole that a par is really a pretty nice score.
Sure. I mean, you could go as far as saying 11, 12, 14, 16 is a great par.
True.
I mean, there's a ton of holes in the course where par is not a bad option.
True. And Gregg with a little tomahawk, panning the disc and sliding along the ground.
He's going to have a tough putt for par, for bogey. Yeah.
And we're going to see how easy James has this. That keeping it in the road is really a premium thing here, because he can just throw a smooth little turnover and he's done with the hole.
Kind of surprised to see he didn't just give it a little bit more of an effort to go for it. I mean, he's just been all over it lately.
Nikko, can he get it high enough? Not quite. All right, this is a huge putt for Gregg. He cannot take a double bogey right now. Yep. Nicely done.
Well done. And I actually got the statistics incorrect. There has been 18 twos in 3 rounds in this hole. There were 17 twos on hole 6 through 3 rounds. So just one more, but playing... Yeah. Oh, goodness, that's going to be a drop stroke there from Nicholas.
That's going to be a drop stroke.
That's going to be.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, this is not there's not that many easy putts here if you're not really right on the green. That rough is thick.
Mm-hmm.
Gregg with a 4, Nicholas with a 4, James and Nikko able to secure pars there.
And we're coming up on maybe the most aceable hole in the course, unless you're talking to Gregg Barsby.
Yes.
And maybe we'll see lightning strike twice here. I don't know.
Oh, man, that would be great. Hole 8, 320 feet over water the entire way. I know I've said it before, but just a testament to how difficult this course is that this hole feels so easy.
Yeah, right. I mean, you step up to this one. If you miss this hole after coming off that last stretch of holes, you feel like you bogeyed it.
Yeah, I mean, not that it is easy, but it feels like, oh man, finally a chance to throw.
Oh, almost a little flag action. But
oh yeah, that's that shark 3 he's been throwing.
I mean, he's pushed to the back edge of the circle, and that's a fast putt there.
Nikko.
And this is the ace man from last year.
Aced it last year backhand, but this year he's switched his style up.
Changing the game plan a bit. And
this looks pretty good.
Yeah, hanging out wide, contending with those 3 trees and just splits them.
Split it perfect.
Yeah, about 15 to 17 feet away.
All right. Gregg, if anybody was going to ace twice, this is a guy that would think about it.
And he has cut through the gap. We've got one more shot at the ace here. Come on, Nicholas. Let's bring up the rear.
The forehand play does have a pretty... I mean, either one, really.
Sure.
You have to throw it firm because you don't want to be in the water, obviously.
And that does not look like it's going in. Oh, he is skipped.
Ooh, stop.
And it is going to sit down.
It's safe, but that's not the putt you want.
Yeah, from the tee pad, that even looks further away than when you actually get up there.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like... Look at this.
Oh, great bid.
Yeah, nice.
But look where he just kicked. We saw Simon miss that putt, I believe, round 1. So that is no gimme where he just went. James, come on, dude.
Yeah, make it a little bit more fun for the rest of us.
Great shot from him. Another awesome putt. That makes 3 or 4.
Yeah, talk about how much of a must-get this one was. 53% of the field birdied it.
Yeah.
During round 3.
Yeah.
So, if you were not a part of that 53%, if you were in the 47%, you felt
not great.
Lackluster.
Good birdie there from Gregg. And let's see how bad it looks like he might be okay. He's on the front side.
Yeah,
good. He didn't have it as tough as Simon did.
And Simon's putt was for bogey, so
yeah,
he went out of bounds.
Yeah,
so yeah, this one right here that was a good par there from Nicholas, but a good par on hole 8 is still not a good par.
It's better than bogey, I'll say that much. 3 birdies, 1 par for our group. Gregg with the 2-shot lead. Hole 9, par 3, 420 feet up and over the hill. It's a blind landing zone. You have to just kind of throw as straight as you can, maybe slight finish to the right. Getting to the bottom of the hill near that green grass is really ideal. And you have an opportunity for an easy shot across to set up your par.
Yeah, this hole's averaging 3.96, so just 0.04 below the actual par of what it is, par 4.
Yeah.
or a full stroke over what they call par is
nearly
par 3.
Averaging a bogey.
Yeah.
Not a great look when you have the best players on the planet playing the hole.
Yeah, it looks crazy. It's hard. Very, very difficult. And that didn't make it any easier. That kept rolling down the hill. He might find himself in a decent spot, but if you get too far down that hill, too far left, it can get tricky.
And Nikko, is that moving left?
It didn't look like it was moving right.
That's not a good sign. Gregg's looking for that straight forehand shot. Keep it low, close to the hill.
And this plays, he's a little bit wider today than he was yesterday, and that's pretty much ideal.
Shot.
Yeah, he found himself behind the wall of trees there yesterday, and he made the adjustment. It's going to be a nice little pitch across the wall there to get his 3, hopefully.
Yeah, I think he'll even have an opportunity to sort of think about trying for 2 from there. Nicholas has found somewhere not great. I never saw the disc finish.
Yeah, it might have hit one of those early trees.
Nikko getting aggressive here.
Oh.
And that could be a problem.
Uh-oh. There is a wall down there. There's OB out of the screen on the right. There's actually water on the right side that you can't see.
There's water on all the sides.
Yeah, all the sides in every hole.
Yeah.
Basically, Maple Hill is an island, minus the fact that it is not actually an island.
Yeah.
It just feels that way.
Yeah. Okay, so here's James.
And is he jump putting from...
Can he go for the green?
Laying that one up.
Yeah, I don't think he had the play to get to the green.
Okay.
And Nikko is really in a tough spot as well. I would think he has to lay up also.
Man, that's tough. That's a tough one to swallow.
This is a putt for 4 from there, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's smart play. You know, he's the veteran. He understands going for that shot brings 6 or 7 into play. So he wisely laid up, and maybe he can make his putt for 4.
Yeah, Gregg had a serious case of birdie face there.
Whoa.
He was really focused.
Yeah, birdie face.
Looking to get that in. It's a great shot either way.
And this would be huge for Nikko if he can connect on this one. Stay up. Oh! Yeah.
So close.
He almost got rewarded for the smart play, and he's going to have to settle for a 5.
That's tough.
And James...
Just off, but he does stay inbounds.
And Nicholas.
Oh,
It's not the way we want to finish the front 9.
a little mental lapse there, missing his line on the putt.
And I got to give a quick shout out to the 2 players who got our first 2 quote unquote birdies on this hole in the tournament, Josh Pendleton and Connor Waite.
Oh, nice 2s, fellas.
Yeah, got the birdies that feel like eagles.
Yeah.
Or beagles, as I call them.
Here you go, a 3, a 4, and 2 5s, just a typical par 3. Tough, playing tough today. But yeah, our guys had a little bit of a tough time there. Again, thank you for joining us. We will be back very soon with the back 9 from this round. Thank you to Jomez. Thank you to Germ. Thank you to Innova for their support of the coverage. We'll see you again soon.